But President Biden has responded today to this verdict, and I think that we can bring that up.
Well, look, I stand by what the jury has concluded. The jury system works, and we have to abide by it.
I wanted to bring up, I don't know why this bothers me so much, but the mayor of New York, whom I'm sure you know, Peter, tweeting this afternoon. I don't know if you have it in front of you.
This is the one that we had. We can bring it up. Says Anthony Huber. This is from Mayor Bill de Blasio on his official New York City mayor account, by the way. Anthony Huber and Joseph Rosenbaum are victims. They should be alive today. The only reason they're not is because of a violent, dangerous man who chose to take a gun across state lines and start shooting people. To call this a miscarriage of justice is an understatement. Now, leaving aside the fact that factually parts of that are incorrect, Peter, because he did not take a gun across state lines, your thoughts on Mayor Bill de Blasio possibly, trying to, instigate some sort of response to this verdict and what potentially could be a violent response?
Yeah, listen, we've had enough trouble in New York with race relations to some extent because of things Mayor de Blasio said in the past. That's wrong. The jury has spoken. The verdict is in. I believe it was the correct verdict. But even if I didn't, I wouldn't be using terms like that. To me, that's incendiary, and it's really irresponsible of Bill de Blasio. I do know him. We don't agree on very much at all. But to me, this went way beyond anything that's considered fair comment, especially to somebody who's mayor of a city where there have been some serious racial issues. To say that to me is just totally wrong.
Yeah, Bill, your thoughts?
De Blasio is running for governor and looking for cover. Listen, I agree with Peter. I agree with the President of the United States. It's a responsible decision, comments he just made. We're going to respect this decision. By the way, if you throw any shade here, throw shade at the prosecutors. We can throw shade at the media all we want. This case wasn't tried in the media. It was tried in a courtroom. These prosecutors brought the wrong charges. They didn't bring the proper evidence. They brought evidence late. And if you want to blame anyone on this, blame the prosecutors who did not do a good job of charging and then trying this case.
It's interesting, Bill, that we had video of all of these shooting incidents. That's where we are in 2021. I mean, 50 yeyears ago, that just wouldn't have been the case. How do you think that affected the outcome of this trial, if at all?
I think it did a lot. I think, and again, I blame prosecution here because the prosecution's own witnesses were paramount for the defense and in talking about the state of what was going on the scene. I mean, listen, these were riots. This was absolute anarchy in the streets. And the fact that Kyle Rittenhouse was there defending himself was evident in the trial through the prosecution's own witnesses. So I think video played a big role here. But the poor attempt at the prosecution to bring a case here that didn't exist, I think, was the problem.